Alrighty, we are back. Thank you for your patience.
Okay, Misa very much want to get back to roleplay.
Alright, Jar Jar, let's head on out.
What? Is there any... Oh, come on. Jar Jar's great.
Absolutely.
Oh, hey, Mother Tricks in the chat.
Oh, snap.
I recognize that yellow P bro anywhere.
So, Ace, you get back on your ATV, leaving behind the burning barn, where presumably a family was burnt alive inside the barn by someone who looks suspiciously like you.
He's even got a holotape with him doing it!
Yep.
The bastard!
Yep. Some incriminating evidence. You head back out.
That's why I'm gonna record over the holotape as I go.
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What?
No, nothing.
Nothing. It's fine.
You make your way out, and eventually, after, you know, a hard day's travel, you make your way out and you find what seems to be the settlement of Peake. By this time, the sun is starting to go down.
The sun has gone down and the moon has come up, and long ago somebody left with the cup. And they're racing and pacing and plotting their course. What?
Are you going the distance? Is this what this is?
Going for speed?
Ah, yes, okay. Well, stop doing that.
Okay. Alright, I stopped doing that.
Good.
I show up at Peake.
Yes, so Peake itself, you can see, seems to be a very small settlement out in the middle of nowhere in this desert Texas wasteland. From your vantage point, you're at sort of the top of a hill looking down over it. You can see that it's got a couple of big buildings and some smaller shacks set up around it. Looks like the big buildings might be some sort of commerce, trade. You're not quite sure from this angle. But you can tell this entire area has been under some sort of attack because there are bloodstains soaked into the sand surrounding this entire area.
Are they still red or have they gone brown yet?
Well, at the time of day, with the lighting, everything is just wet. You can't quite tell what color the blood is from this far away. You do know that it is blood, because it splatters in a very particular...
It was mostly me trying to go like, is this, like, legal blood? Because, like, some of that you can tell at, like, a glance, because the newer it is, the more red it is. And then
once you get up closer, you could definitely take a look at it to try and determine that.
I'm gonna get up closer.
So as you approach, you can see there are roving Mr. Handybots moving around in the area.
That's different.
It is different. You can also see that all of these Mr. Handybots are also covered in blood.
That is a bad sign. I'm gonna take a wild guess and say they probably aren't covered in Raider blood. They are probably not covered in Raider blood. It's probably citizen blood. That's just a wild, crazy guess.
I have no idea. Maybe if you get a chance to do some blood tests, you can find out for yourself.
I'll do some blood tests. It'll be great. I just like stick my finger in the blood and then I taste it, and then that actually does some processing, which spits out a receipt that has the blood test results. It'll be perfect.
Absolutely. So yeah, so this town here, this ghost town now, has a horde of Mr. Handybots. Yes, has a horde of Mr. Handybots sort of wandering around, covered in blood. And as you're approaching it, you can either approach it on foot or through your ATV.
I think I'm gonna hide the ATV. I'm gonna take my time to hide the ATV a bit. Make sure it's nice and safe. And...
yeah, you stash it behind like a boulder or something.
It's not a boulder! It's a rock! The pioneers used to ride those babies for miles. Oh, sweet, you got the Captain Marvel cup.
Yeah.
I got one of those collector's cups for Spider-Man.
Nice!
Those are always fantastic. Yes! So, I'm going to stash it, and then I'm going to travel in on foot with my stirrups going click, clank, clink, clank. So I walk my way into town.
As you walk into town,
there's my footsteps.
Some of the handy bots seem to notice you, but don't seem to do anything. They're just kind of milling about. You can see them sort of circling buildings, and you can just see them like moving around. But one of them has been circling in the middle, just kind of aimlessly, and then it stops and turns at you. Initiating voice protocol, Bandit 001.
Oh no. Okay.
Oi! Fuck boy! What are you doing here? This is our territory!
Funny. Doesn't look like your territory.
Yeah? Well, we're the cleaners! And you can see his little arms reticulate up and down. And you've just stumbled across the biggest, baddest raider gang in the wasteland. Now I suggest you drop everything you own on the ground right now before me and my boys rough and tumble you.
Well, I'm a ranger, and it seems you boys have been causing a bit of trouble here in a place you ain't wanted. So I figure you boys got some nerve taking this. We can do this the hard way and have us all doing these fightings here and I can kill you all. Or we can have ourselves a good old-fashioned duel. Mano y mano. Settle this like men.
The bot hovers in front of you.
This is such a bad idea!
Initiating deception protocol. Alright.
What the fuck?
Alright, mister. You're on. Mano y mano.
Deception protocol. Mr. Handies! They're so great! It's almost like HK-47 going, lie. Don't worry, I'll leave you alive. Oh, sorry, it'd say like a false statement. He's gonna narrow his eyes on this bot. He's just gonna unlatch the holster. Alright, buddy. Let's handle this. You can hover. One hand over on the side. Is there like a clock tower or something else we can use to time when to shoot?
There's no clock tower. This is a very small settlement here.
Damn it, I was hopeful. I was hopeful. Hope springs eternal.
You can just see the handy bot. It's just kind of floating there. But you do notice that the other robots have stopped circling the buildings, and they are now surrounding you in your area. You see about 4 or 5 of them.
Oh, this is gonna be so fun. This is gonna turn out so great! I just got healed. Time to crawl back with 2 health! Oh, man! Great! I'm just gonna constantly get wrecked. Riggedy shriggedy shrecked.
And then, after a few more moments of silence as you guys are standing there, the robot sort of... its eye stalks kind of twist and adjust. He's like, alright, mister. Name your game. Inky. Blinky. Pinky. Clyde. Watch my back.
It's the pack crew! Oh, damn it. Alright, son. Let's handle this the old-fashioned way. One of your boys gonna call out a shout. When he does, we draw. 1 shot. I get shot, and I wind up giving you guys everything I got. You get shot, and you boys wander out of this town and never come back to these parts again.
Go ahead and give me a level 4 intellect task.
Oh, man. All right.
Yay!
Why did I not? That should be that. That shouldn't be that. And then I can... Wait. For some reason, I didn't add in the intellect I regained. Not sure. Fair enough. All right. Level 3, you said.
Level 4.
Level 4. Well, it's level 3 now.
Okay.
So I spend a point of effort.
Level of effort drops down level 3. I need a 9 or above on the die.
This music is perfectly tense. You ready?
15. Nice. The robot in front of you says, "All right. Sounds good. Deception protocol disabled."
That's the fucking deception protocol! They can't lie unless they have their deception protocols enabled. Make sure the deception protocols are disabled before engaging in any deals with Mr. Handy. Damn it, why didn't I read the user manual?
Some of the bots have been responding in this time. Like, after you say something and the big one says something, a couple of the bots respond, and each one of them says, initializing bandit protocol 0001. And then, like, they start talking, like, in the exact same voice of this bandit voice. And they're like,
The
yeah!
guy probably got paid next to nothing to record.
Yeah. Yeah, slit his throat! Yeah! Boiling blood! Yeah! Rip and tear!
Rip and tear until it's done. And then there's one of them who's like...
No, there's one of them that's in the back who's like, yeah! 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0.
I'd look over to that one for a second. It's just...
He says something very inappropriate that I'm not allowed to say on stream.
It just says... Well, I can pick out... Wait, that's the letter U. That's the letter R. There's 2 M's. There's an O. And there's a G-A-Y. You take that back about my mom! Oh, it's... This is gonna be great. And it's totally not going to end with Ace getting shot by, like, 6 Mr. Handys at the same time.
Absolutely not.
No. Alright. Ace is gonna get ready. Hover his hand over the gun.
One of the other bots kind of comes in between the two of you, sort of like the referee of this match.
Yep.
You can see him put his little buzzsaw hand in the middle, and then he raises it up. Initiating voice protocol. Bandit 001. Alright, fellas. Let's keep it nice and dirty, see? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3! And then the buzzsaw comes down. Go ahead and give me a speed attack.
Oh, yes.
This is a level 4.
Alright, so it's level 4. Okay. Damn it, that sound keeps getting me where I'm like... Alright. Can I use my danger sense?
No, because you're attacking.
Well, it does. It says initiative roll is reduced by 1, and this is about who acts first.
I mean, all right, yeah, sure, that's fair.
I mean,
yeah.
that's the only reason why I was even.
Yeah,
it's
no,
like,
you know what? That's fair. We'll count it for that one. Yeah, so that lowers it down to level 3.
I figured it was a long shot, but I might as well.
Sure.
Pass.
Yeah.
I am going.
So I need a 9 or above.
All of this. You know what? Hey. I'm gonna. Hey, you know that XP you gave me earlier?
Yeah.
Hey, You know that XP you gave me. Oh, man. It's a shame how that XP is going. And you know what else I'm going to do? I'm also going to put in a level of effort. Oh, man.
Oh, okay. So yeah, reroll, apply a level of effort, that drops it down to level 2. So I need a 6 or above. 15. That's much better.
That's much better!
Which gun are you using?
They shout out, yeah, binary. Well, they're robots. So of course I'm going to not use the gun that does radiation damage.
So you're using your snub?
You know what? No, I'm gonna use the Gammagun because it's so much fun. Just the idea. Yeah, I'm using my Gammagun.
Sure. So yeah, the buzzsaw comes down, and immediately both you and this Raider handy, Mr. Raider, as we'll call him.
Raider. Mr. Raider. I love the idea of people making that stuff. It's like, you know what we need? We need a Raider bot. Mr. Raider, that'll work.
Fantastic. You fire out your Gammagun. The beam of light spits off the dome of this robot. It kind of reflects off and shoots off at an angle and smashes into a wall. You definitely dinged this thing, but with its metallic case and the fact that it's a robot, your gamma radiation gun doesn't seem to penetrate nearly as much into its armor. But you definitely dinged it, and it shot out its little flamethrower arm, but when it fired, it did not shoot out a flame. You see a bullet spit out the top.
Oh, shit!
And it flies past. And had you not done your signature, cowboy stance where you move out of the way as you fire, you probably would have got tagged in the shoulder.
Wait.
So yeah, you ding it.
We didn't actually set up what was going to happen if both of us got shot. So, there's that.
And so, you guys fire, and after a few moments, the Raider bot hovers and says, "Initiating Bandit Protocol 001. Well, you got us. All right, boys, let's move on out." And you see all the bots kind of move in together. Would you like an XP?
I would love an XP. Give me an XP. I spent that XP. I felt bad for spending it. I could really use to replenish that XP. I'm going to replenish that XP. Give me that XP.
Go ahead.
Can I get 2 XP? Is that a way to...
Go ahead and take that XP.
Yeah.
They'd all turn around and start hovering off. And then the big one in the middle stops and turns around. He's like, "Oh yeah! One last thing, mister."
Looks at him. Yeah.
We had a nice, friendly gentleman's agreement, right?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not a gentleman. Initiating self-destruct sequence in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. As you hear this thing,
dive out of the way! Do the cool guy's explosion roll!
I need you to give me a level 4 speed defense task.
Damn it! Damn it! Well, I can't use my danger sense for this one. Well. I'm gonna avoid getting exploded. I don't want to be exploded. Hey!
Yeah, so this Raider bot pushes past all of the other Mr. Raider bots, and you can hear its internal, fusion cell go critical as it starts to whine up in pitch as it's just moving towards you. All of its stuff, all of its arms, its buzz saws, zzz.
Can I say what Gammagun does?
Sure.
Instead of running away, he runs forward, puts that one hand on the front of the Mr. Raider, and pushes up to flip past him.
Okay.
So he's still moving that way, and Gammagun's moving this way, and then he can do the one-hand land and look away from the explosion.
Yeah, so yeah, you action roll over this Mr. Handy as it's barreling towards you. Flip over the top, land, and then behind you, this cool-ass explosion happens, and unfortunately you're just way too cool to see it. But anybody else who happens to be there, like the Raiderbots next to you, see this really cool explosion happen behind you as you're really coolly posing.
And I just do that slow stand up and just adjust my hat and go. Look at him for a long moment. I go. The rest of you boys aren't raiders anymore. If I ever see you around these parts, I'll make sure every last one of you's nothing but scrap.
Go ahead and give me a level 5 intellect task.
Okay. Okay. I would like to argue that my pleasant social interactions, as we said prior, that do the intimidation thing should get me like.
Normally that would work, but these are robots. They don't care.
Damn it! That's right. Okay. I just did a really cool flip explosion thing.
Normally that would work, but they're robots. They don't care.
Don't care. Shit. All right. I'm gonna point of effort.
Okay. So that lowers it down to level 4. I need a 12 or above on the die. Nat 20. Go ahead and give yourself those points back.
All right, I guess.
Actually, go ahead and give yourself 3 more points back to your intellect pool.
Yay.
The main Raiderbot explodes behind you. You step up, say something along the lines of, if you ever decide to be a raider again, I'll come back and scrap you for parts, essentially. And the Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde all shift, and you can hear them talk in unison. Bandit Protocol 0001 deactivated. Assuming default protocol. And all of them just sort of then stop and then move off on their own directions as they kind of move around. Like, oh dear me, this place is quite dirty. Pip pip. And you see them like start to sweep up dust, and one of them, yeah, like starts. They all just start moving around the town, cleaning up the area.
That. I thought for sure I was gonna have the rest of them just charge forward and explode my ass.
That's definitely what they were going to do.
Yes! I thought I was gonna have to make like 6 more of those damn checks. I was like, oh, you know, this is probably gonna be death. But hey, let's try it anyway. I'm Ace Gammagun. Eagle Screech. Little does he know that the Eagle Screech is actually part of his name.
Of course. Ace Gammagun Eagle Screech. Legal name.
Ace is gonna walk towards the center of town and call out for good old Rita. Admin!
You call out. Let's get the tense music out of here. It's not nearly as tense.
Sure we don't want the tense music still? It could still be tense. I don't know.
It's not nearly as tense as it was just a moment ago.
No, it's not nearly as tense as when I was about to get exploded by like 4 Mr. Handys.
Yeah. As you start yelling out, it actually the clouds kind of come in during this time, and you start to get a light sprinkling. You start yelling out, Hadamon! And eventually you hear a response. Hello?
I'm with the Rangers!
Oh, it's about fucking time!
Hey, better late than never.
Better late than never! The entire fucking settlement's been killed, you dickhead! Are you gonna stand out there pulling your putt, or are you gonna come fucking rescue me?
Well, I was thinking about standing out here a few more days. Maybe enjoy the rain. As he's walking over towards that voice.
Good, I guess I'll just slit my fucking wrists here then.
Oh man, that'd be a shame. We just got the handies fixed up. They'll have to clean that too. As he's walking over, just kind of like, he's not sure if he believes, like, just the ingratitude here. Just the ingratitude.
You walk over to where you can hear the voice, and it's inside one of the bigger buildings.
Okay.
As you walk inside this building, it is, or was, at least at one point, some sort of bar, saloon type thing. You walk inside, there's a big bar with a bunch of booze. Looks like a bunch of it has been smashed. Floor's still wet. There's a bunch of blood splatters. Hand, like, marks being dragged out the door.
Yep. This place is great.
As you step inside, you don't see anything immediately where Rita would be. But there's a couple of rooms off to the side.
I'm gonna check my motion sensor.
Cool. You pop in your Pip-Boy. Go ahead and give me a D20 roll. This is for your depletion.
Yep, let's see if I deplete it. Almost heaven.
Three.
Hey, it doesn't deplete.
Yeah, so it still works. You pull up your motion, and at first nothing seems to pop up. You can see the blips from the Mr. Handies outside. But in the room that you're currently in, and the rooms adjacent, nothing pops up. But after a few more moments, you hear Rita coming from a room to your left. And you can hear her just like, fuck it, god damn it. And like for a split second, a little dot pops up and then disappears.
I'm gonna go that way.
So yeah, you walk over into one of the back rooms. You see what looks to be, it looks like a gambling hall type of setup. A bunch of little card tables. Some of them are flipped over. There's cards on the floor. They're all they're all soaked in blood.
Oh damn it! I was hopeful.
As you look over, you can see that there is a cage in the middle of this door. Or not the door. There's a cage in the middle of the floor. And you can see a very short, plump woman tied up to this cage. Her hands have been lashed to the top of it, and she's just sort of dangling barely with the tippy toes of her feet scratching on the ground. You can see that her ropes have been like cutting into her wrists a bit. And she looks at you and she's like, "Oh, fucking thank Christ."
And I am going to save her. The only way I know how. Shoot the rope with the 22.
Okay. It's going to be a level 3 speed task.
And that goes down to level 2 because it's a small weapon, so I get the
Yep.
one bonus. I'm gonna take it.
You pull out your 22, and as quick as a cowboy, you take aim and you fire. The bullet rings out, hits the knot of the rope, and she falls in the cage. She slams front, falls through the gate of the door, falls on the ground, just flat. She then takes a moment and just lays out, just flat on the ground, before she... What the fuck? She stands up, dusts herself off.
He blows the dust off the end of the barrel, spins it around his finger, slides it back in place.
What the She just stands up, dusts herself off, pulls the rest of the ropes off of herself. It's like, couldn't just fucking cut me down?
Don't have a knife.
Piece of shit. God damn it.
I don't think she likes me.
She's dusting herself. She's looking around. Alright, who the fuck are you?
name's Ace Gammagun. Cadet.
Oh, cadet! Oh, great. Rangers couldn't even send me a full-fledged ranger to come save the day.
Rangers are dealing with well, I don't know how to put it, except a stealth boy enabled power armor wearing deathglow.
She looks at you like, yeah, okay, whatever excuse you guys need to...
He pulls up the thing. As she's talking, he just brings up the footage and then holds it out to play the video. As she's going, whatever excuse you need to...
She looks at it, looks back at you. Cute. Is anybody else alive? Am I the only one?
Gecko heart. Damn it, Desmar! Damn it, Desmar! How dare you! If there is anybody alive around here, we'll help them out. We'll help them out. Now, what in Sam Hill happened?
She walks over to one of the tables, flips it over, pulls up a chair, sits down. She looks around, she picks up a bottle of booze, pops off the top, and just starts downing it. It looks like she's not gonna. It looks like she's not gonna answer you at first, but after she finishes the entire bottle, she smashes it down. She smashes it down on the ground, and then looks at you and says, "Well, let's just say that Mr. Handies are a bit particular, and let's just leave it at that."
Ace is gonna do something that's a little bit odd. He's gonna lean down and he's gonna pick up a blood-soaked Ace of Hearts. Gonna shake it out a little bit and put it in his cap.
Yeah. You got yourself another ace.
They're souvenirs at this point.
Yeah, absolutely.
They remind him of what he's actually seen, so he knows for a fact that happened. I have the card. I'm gonna need more equipment slots, damn it.
We can fix that. She's sitting there, rubbing her wrists, just muttering to herself. She's angry. She's just pissed.
So how are you planning on slitting your wrists when you were tied up like that?
It's a figure of speech.
No, not a very nice figure of speech.
Yeah, well, I wasn't in a very nice situation, so...
I can see that.
And she just kind of shrugs at you.
Whose idea was it turn on the handies before you check the program?
The other handies were part of the settlement to begin with. Well, there's 4 of them. They're sort of the guards of the area that I help program and get set up. 4 days ago, Trader came in with a busted up Mr. Handy. He traded it for some parts, and then me and another guy were getting it all set up and repaired. I don't know what the fuck happened. This thing must have had a virus or something. But as soon as we get it booted up and back online, it pops up, yells something about a bandit protocol, and then suddenly all of the Mr. Handies in the area start slaughtering people asking for their goods.
Well, let me let you in on a bit of a secret here. You're not the only town that's got a problem like that. We got settlements all over getting the exact same sort of go dark, everyone's dead, all around the same time. Think that their trader of yours is passing out damaged goods.
You think? And she just sort of stares blankly at you. You know, I don't need you to come all the way over here, shoot my hands, to tell me that the robot with a virus that killed everyone in the settlement was damaged goods.
Well, if you don't need me, I guess you can just walk your own way back.
I guess I can. She gets up, starts to stumble a little bit, shakes her head.
Ace is gonna grab, like just one of those help, lean back to a stand.
She smacks your arm out of the way. Get the fuck off me. Stumbles through the hallway. You can hear her clattering some more bottles.
Oh man, she's so friendly. Guys, I found a dwarf. It's great. Dwarven women do exist. They do exist. Take that, World of Warcraft.
You see her through the slot of the doorway. She's just grabbing whatever she can, and she's just kind of drinking it.
You know, that alcohol's bad for your health.
Yeah, and being tied up in a fucking cage for 3 days, as all your friends and family slaughtered around you, is not good for your health either. So why don't you three fuck off and let me do my business?
He looks around. Nah, I think you miscounted. My other brother's up in the loop.
Think you're so fucking clever.
Oh, I'm hilarious.
No, you got a real attitude problem. What's your name? I'm gonna be taking this up with... As she sort of looks. You guys all have attitude problems, and then she just takes another swig of her drink.
But Ace is so friendly.
Oh yeah, especially right now.
Listen, I know it's been rough. I ain't gonna pretend I know what you're going through. But the Rangers are spread thin right now. We got half the damn region getting attacked in similar ways from the sounds. I came here, I got sent here, because I offered to help. And I'm not going to let anybody just sit here and be left alone to die. If I would have known about it sooner, I'd have come sooner. But I didn't. I managed to get your handies back to normal. Which is better than what we could have happened.
Normal, is that the explosion I heard?
Yep.
Take it. They blew up. Is that normal for you?
I just want to just...
Yeah, one of the Mr. Handies like rolls in. 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0. She looks over like, ah, Clyde! It's good to see you, buddy. Yeah, this place is a filthy fucking mess. Because you and all your little robot friends decided to slaughter everybody here. This is great. You know, this used to be the best whorehouse in the region, and now it is probably the worst. Well, maybe not the worst, but I've definitely been the worst. 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, and you see him start to pick up bottles off of the ground and everything.
I got a feeling that the rest of this territory is having similar robot deliveries. There's somebody who's trying to sabotage the Rangers and these tanks.
Uh-huh.
And you're drunk. That's right.
Yeah? What of it?
No, I understand.
Do you?
I understand.
Do you understand? Because since I met you, you've shot me, ridiculed me, and now you're judging me for drinking after I've survived a horrific, traumatic event?
Now, I'd say that's projecting.
Projected. The only thing projected is gonna be me in a second if you keep fucking giving me shit.
Now, hang on. I don't think I've given you almost any shit here. You're in a rough situation and you've been dealing with something rough.
And I've got nothing but sass from you the moment you fucking announced yourself.
Now hold on. That ain't true. You sit down, enjoy your drinks, and in the morning we'll have a talk about this like adults.
Yeah, like adults. Good luck with that, baby cowboy.
Damn it! We're getting along so well, right, Fat Sack?
Absolutely.
Oh, man. Yeah, she absolutely does not hate my character's guts already.
Not even a little bit.
Not even.
I don't even understand how that could happen. Except for maybe a GM intrusion. For free.
For free. Free GM intrusion. Why couldn't you get... Come on, give me some XP, man.
I could, but you rolled a 1, so you can get fucked.
Ouch. Well, Ace is gonna go around and help clean this place up a little bit and look for survivors.
Sure. Go ahead and
He's a lost cause right now.
give me a level 4 intellect task.
All right. Intellect task. Fuck you, game. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
So that's an 11.
Hey, I'm gonna retroactively spend a point of effort.
Retroactively. Unfortunately, that doesn't work.
Yeah.
You can't do that. So, you start looking around, and you're like, huh, where are all the people? Where are all the bodies? Are there any survivors? And as you're searching around the backside of these two bigger buildings, you see a line of outhouses. And as you approach, you open the door to one, and a cascade of body parts
Yep.
fall and litter the ground in front of you.
Yep. Yep. Well, I found him.
As you're looking, one of the Mr. Handies kind of rolls up behind you, and he's like, "Oh dear me!" And he kind of walks up, and he looks at it, and he's like, "Oh, such an unfortunate waste."
You boys did this?
He's like, I'm afraid so, yes. While under the control of the, Mr. Raiderbot, we were all, subjected to horrible, terrible mind control. We were told and directed that these pieces of shit, he says in his Raider voice, have to be tossed in the trash. And of course, this is the only place that those particular things happen to go, so, you might not want to look inside the other ones. I'll get Blinky and Pinky to help clean this mess up. I'm terribly sorry.
Any other survivors?
Well, and he sort of hovers up and down, his little eye stalks adjust. Regretfully, no. No, we were going to use Miss Hadamon as a source of, ransom. Also, she was the only one who could repair us, and logically, that was the only one we were going to use, but we hadn't quite gotten that far. Needless to say, I don't believe Mr. Raiderbot was thinking very far ahead in his calculations.
Well, you can say that twice. Don't actually say that twice. That's not. Well, yes. Yeah, you get to cleaning this stuff, and I'll get to bringing in a report at some point. Hot diggity dog. He just shakes his head and starts walking back in with the rain. He's gonna start to ask her, "Hey, do you have a radio?" Before realizing he's might be a little bit drunk at this point.
You asked, do you have a radio? And she's currently, like, standing on the bar with her arms on it like this, and she's got a bottle, and she's just kind of
All right.
Radio. Clink. Yeah. Yeah, I got a radio. That's how I fucking called you dickweeds in the first place.
Yep. I see you're as eloquent as you are.
And you are as awkward as you are tall.
Where's the radio, if you don't mind me asking?
The what?
Alright. You enjoy this.
As he just sort of adjusts his hat. And he's very happy right now that he's wearing the mask, so it's not even harder to talk with her. He's already messing everything up. So he doesn't need help by also having her see his horrific visage.
I am gonna have poor Ace search around and try to see if he can't find the radio.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not going to make you roll for it, because if you just go through the entire place, you will eventually find it. One of the smaller shacks in this area seems to be Rita's, like, workshop. She has a small ham radio in there.
Destin, check one, check. Anyone read?
You click on, you say your words, and after you close it off, after a few moments, there's just nothing, static.
I'm gonna click it on again. This is Ranger Cadet Ace Gammagun. Situation resolved. Compromised Mr. Handies are being given out to the settlements. Over.
Copy that, Ranger Cadet Gammagun. This is Ranger Harriet. Can you repeat the last part of that? Over.
Roger. Compromised Mr. Handies are being given out to the settlements with malicious code. Over.
Understood. We'll make sure to send out a bulletin and get that to as many ranger stations as possible. And any rangers in the area, please keep in mind that Mr. Handies may be with malicious code. Over.
I had no better way to say that. I'm not gonna like sit there and go, yeah, them Handies, they was raiders and they was killing people and stuffing their body parts in latrines, son. No, that's not.
Yeah, it looks like somebody's posing as a traitor. Over.
Understood. Did you get a description?
Negative. Survivor is currently indisposed due to alcoholic beverages. Over.
Understood. Get as much information as possible and relay it to us when you can. Stay safe out there, Ranger.
Roger. Over and out.
And he's gonna look back over, gonna stop for a long moment, and just.
This is gonna be fun.
And he's gonna sit at a poker table and just play a game of solitaire with his lovely caravan deck that doesn't have all the cards he needs for solitaire. So he's probably gonna have a lot of moments where it's just.
Nope. Picks all of them back up, reshuffles it back out.
Well, no way to win that. No way to win that. It's still a fun game, but hey.
So yeah, the night goes on. By a few hours in, Rita passes out. She's just on the ground. There was a moment where she was trying to talk, but it was very incoherent and didn't make any sense. And then she just sort of laid down on the ground, started crying, and then went to bed.
Ace is gonna do the honorable thing and loot her for what? No. No, he's gonna check her for loot. No, he's gonna take her up to one of the rooms and find one that's actually not horribly covered in blood.
Ah.
Gotta be at least one. There's gotta be at least one. If nothing else, I can get one of the handies, like Clyde, to clean things up.
Yeah, there is probably a room in this area that isn't completely covered in blood. There's a bed, some candles. This looks like one of the special rooms for the whorehouse section of this bar.
Well, this is gonna get me an earful tomorrow. Just sets her on the bed, tucks her in, and immediately walks on out. Not even gonna check for loot. Damn it, I really want to check. The player in me is like, I really want to check for loot. I want to get like all this stuff here. But then I think, Gammagun wouldn't do that. This is a place of death. This is a place of sadness. There's so much loss. The families will probably... There's gotta be family out there who will want their stuff and whatnot.
Probably, yeah.
But the player in me is like, but loot!
Are you gonna do anything? Are you gonna do anything for the evening?
Gonna just... You know what he's gonna do? He's gonna play a sad and mournful tune on the harmonica in the bar.
Okay.
It's a little custom ditty that he wrote himself. A dad song about a little town out in the desert. And he's just gonna basically play for the handies. Cause screw it, he's got an audience, kind of.
Yeah, you play your harmonica, very sad, very solemn. You're dedicating this to the settlement of Peake. Most of the Mr. Handies don't really say anything about it. You do notice Clyde come up and say something to you, 01001, and you understand it more or less. It just says, bravo.
B-R-B-O. That's not how you spell bravo.
And yeah, the night passes without much excitement going on. Go ahead and replenish your intellect stat pool. We'll just say that you spent your whole evening doing your stuff and you did all your recoveries.
Although I am going to write down that song because clearly it needs to be shared.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Hey, I didn't get as hurt as I thought I would.
Well, yeah, you were able to successfully de-escalate 4 more Raiderbots from exploding on you, so that definitely helps.
You know what? Hey, I will consider that a success. Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Clyde.
Yes.
The player really wants to paint them up so they look like the proper ghost, but the character
wouldn't know what the fuck that means.
Neither knows what that means, nor whether he can find the proper paint.
I mean, you wouldn't have to. The bots themselves are color coordinated.
Oh, thank goodness. Woo!
So.
Thank goodness. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything, though. Paint little ghost eyes on their eye stalks. Waka, 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 waka.
So, the night passes, morning comes, and you've just been hanging out in the bar, kind of playing cards, thinking to yourself, going over the information of everything that happened here in the settlement, thinking back at the barn, thinking about like what you've been trying to do and how every time you have like your own personal goal, something seems to get in the way of that. And it's
like
always
the entire universe is
like the entire universe is trying to stop you from completing your goals. And like part of it's frustrating. And then there's also the side of like all of this imposter ace going around doing these horrible, terrible things with your face and leaving the evidence everywhere to be found. And what that means and all of that kind of stuff. And it's sort of disheartening. And you're not quite sure what to do with that. And then, all the more information about your own background and figuring out what you are and what that means and how that ties in with everything else that's been going on. It's a lot to take in. And you spend most of the evening just kind of contemplating on that, being very introspective about it. The night passes without much else going on. Occasionally, one of the Mr. Handies comes into the bar to pick up some glass or move a table or something like that.
Move somebody's arm.
Yeah. So stuff like that. There's no body parts in and around the areas. All of the body parts were stuffed into all of the latrines.
Oh, hey, the Mr. Handies will probably clean off the cards. That'll be great.
So
More cards. I might be able to get a full solitaire deck. That'd be nice.
Maybe. So yeah, the next morning, one of the bots comes in. Let's say it's Pinky. Pinky comes in.
You can tell because he's red.
You can tell because he's got a stenciled name spray painted across his dome that says Pinky in pink.
Oh, okay.
And he comes. He's like, "Yes, excuse me, sir.
Yep.
We have taken the liberty of collecting the remains of the citizens of Peake, and have created a sort of effigy for them.
Oh, tell me you did not make it out of the bodies.
Well, maybe you want to come see for yourself, sir."
He's gonna stand up, and like in his head, he's thinking, "Oh no, because he's seen some Raider effigies before. He's hoping.
You step outside. You step outside, and Pinky leads you out back behind where the latrines are. You can see that they've dug a couple of graves in a plot around the area, and they've placed different pieces of bodies next to him. And he says, "Yes, we've been trying to determine whose pieces belong to whom, but we have to say that it is quite gruesome, and most of us can't seem to stomach the thing, except for Clyde." You see Clyde over there. He's picking up an arm and putting it next to another arm, and picking up a foot and moving it over.
Ah, Clyde. He's good people. Maniacally laugh. The robot just maniacally laughs. Sorry, sir. Well, it's a shame this happened, but it weren't under any of your control. And I don't think anybody's gonna blame you, boys. Well, mostly because there's nobody to blame, but still.
Of course. We were thinking perhaps you and Miss Hadamon would like to say a few words before we dust to dust, as it were.
Yep. I'll get Hadamon. One of you boys happen to be a bartender or some kind that can mix us up a little pick-me-up for, get her back into shape?
Yes, of course, sir. Inky, and you see one of the bots pop over. And you see Inky come through. He's got a stenciled name, Inky, in black.
Oh, man. Inky, Binky, Blinky, and Clyde. Inky and Clyde, yeah.
Clyde is the one that stands out in the naming convention.
Yep. He's also the one that speaks in binary, so.
Yep. Oh, man. Give me a sec here.
Sure.
Okay, I got an idea. Alright, you ready for this? It's gonna be great. You're gonna love this. Well, 011010000 01101001 001 001 000
He says, "Hi, Clyde," in binary. And you know what? It takes a little while for me to get that glorious binary, so I realized partway through, I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not reading that whole thing.
Yeah.
I could do it. I used to be able to actually figure out some of the mental gymnastics to try and get those letters. But hey. Yes.
0111100110011000011100010. Yes, sir.
I need to pick me up for the little lady upstairs. She drank a little bit hard last night, and she ain't exactly gonna be too with us unless we can help her get back to fighting shape.
Inky acknowledges your request and starts heading off towards the bar.
Both of what we just said was entirely in binary, so it took a little while.
Yeah. You head back over
Ace.
towards the bar.
Ace, again, not entirely sure why he knows binary, but still. It's something that he knows.
Must have picked it up somewhere.
Yeah. It's not that he was a computer and therefore would obviously know binary.
No. So you head back inside the bar, and you see Inky. He's already gotten behind the bar, starting to mix some things together. He's grabbing all sorts of weird stuff, putting them into a big jug.
Oh man, do I get lucky? Is there a sunset sarsaparilla? Oh my gosh, there's gotta be! Oh, there's gotta be! No! Fat sack! This town deserved to be burnt to the ground! They deserved it! Not a single sunset sarsaparilla! I bet they even have Nuka-Cola here. And I refuse to drink Nuka-Cola.
There is no Nuka-Cola, no.
Good, because if there was, I would have smashed it.
No, there's just a lot of rot gut. A lot of bottles of beer.
The one bottle of milk, just because every bar for some reason has milk.
It says not milk.
Ah, it says not milk. Ew, ew, eh.
You can hear Rita snoring from the room.
Great. Ace is gonna sit back down and just pull out a few tunes on the harmonica as he's waiting. Because this is what you do. This is what you do as a cowboy. You play harmonica. And you get gunfights. And you don't, like, actually herd cattle. At some point, I would like to have Ace herd cattle. That would be nice. See if he can actually do the one thing cowboys were supposed to actually do instead of...
So yeah, you're tooting along on your little harmonica.
Toot, toot, toot.
Sort of doing a recap of your Peake soliloquy that you were playing earlier in the evening. And you can hear Rita stop snoring.
Oh great, she's gonna start screaming.
As you just hear from the hallway, "What the fuck is that racket?" And it sort of stops you kind of midway through your song.
He stops, he pauses a minute. Gets to thinking. Then goes right back to playing because it's a fair way to get her down here at least.
You keep playing, and you could hear what sounds like glass smashing against the wall. Cursing.
Well, she sounds a happy type.
Eventually, you hear stomp, 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 stomp of her footsteps coming through the hallway, and she comes in, walks across, grabs your harmonica out of your hand, and whips it across the room as it smashes into some bottles next to Inky as he's been preparing his detox special.
Morning, sunshine.
What the fuck is wrong with your face?
Good morning to you too.
Why the fuck would you do that?
Do what?
Harmonica?
Yeah.
What do you think this is? Like some sort of jaunty jig that we're supposed to be doing here? Dancing on the graves of the people that used to live here? And you can see Pinky. He's like, actually, madam, about that. And she stops and looks and is like, I'll speak with you later. What do you want?
What I want is I want you to drink that detox special, get you back in order. Then we're gonna go out and say a few words for your townsfolk there. It will be good to give them a proper burial.
She just kind of looks at you.
And he looks her back dead in the eyes.
And then she blinks and moves over to where Inky is still preparing. Looks like he's cracked an egg inside of it and is currently whisking it.
That sounds like some of my hangover cures.
Yeah, and she just grabs it and chugs the entire thing. And then smashes the glass over Inky.
Alright. And Ace just sort of, he's got the mask hung over one ear, he just sort of rehangs it back in place. So it goes back over, then he's gonna go over and collect his harmonica. Is it damaged?
No, it's
The
fine.
harmonica damaged?
It's
Oh,
fine.
Thank goodness. He takes the harmonica, runs his finger along the name label on the top for a moment, then just puts it back away. It's the last thing he has of his dad.
You guys step outside as Inky and Pinky bring you to the grave site. Clyde, during this time, has already started to bury some of the folks, or
He
pieces
figured out
of
which parts
folks.
go where. It's like, yeah, this one goes here, this one goes there. He
And
made one into a smiley
as
face.
you step out, you could hear Rita like audibly go, "Oh fuck!" as she winces and turns for a moment and then looks back. What are we doing here?
Just saying a few words. You knew him better than I did. I had to bury my fair share of people. We got another family up near the way that's got to be buried too. Somebody burned down their farmhouse. You're not the only ones getting attacked lately.
Great. It's a whole fucking chipper morning today, isn't it? She steps out, she looks over. And she's just like, "You poor sons of bitches had no idea this was coming your way. You didn't really deserve what happened to you.
As he takes off his hat.
And you don't deserve to be treated the way you currently are. But it's the best that we can do with what we got. And I guess it's better than..." She looks over and she just sees all of the blood inside the latrines. Guess it's being better than what you were originally doing. I'm sorry.
I cast healing spell.
Yeah, okay. I'm sorry that this happened to you. I'm sorry that it's my fault. I'm sorry that we didn't figure this out sooner. And I hope that now you guys are at peace.
Well, enough of that. Alright, Rita. I need to know some details on this man. One who sold you that robot. It's either him or his ilk are selling those robots to other cities. Those other settlements are getting the same sort of treatment you're getting here. Those other settlements don't have a ranger on the way. I tried to ask you last night, but you were a bit preoccupied.
I'm still a bit preoccupied.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll tell you what you need to know. Let's not do it here, though. And she looks down. Come with me over to my place.
He walks over. Inky, Binky, Pinky, and Clyde. Jason, poor Pac-Man.
You guys, the two of you, walk over to Rita's shack and step inside, and it looks the same as it did when you got on her ham radio earlier. It's a very small shack. There's a single workbench that she sort of scrapped together with different pieces of material. It's got some odds and ends, small boxes of gears and screws. You can tell she's very meticulous with the way that she labels everything. Everything has a label, and it's all put in a specific order. Her workbench...
That's like the opposite of how Gammagun does it. It doesn't fit. Alright, that'll go there.
Yeah.
Does this fit? Yeah, that'll go there.
The wall next to her workbench has sort of like a pegboard where she's set up some tools and stuff like that as well, along with a rudimentary light. And there's a small generator in there that's powering the shack. That's how the ham radio has power and the lights and everything like that. When you come in, she flips a big bulk switch that sort of crackles for a moment, and you can see what looks to be like Christmas lights dangling from the ceiling sort of kick on.
Now I'm hearing Christmas tunes in my head in like just the worst situation. How do you live with this?
She kind of steps inside, Sits down on the bed for a moment, starts rummaging around in a chest that's near that, looking at stuff, pulling out some supplies, some clothes. You can see she's putting together a bag. And she's doing this, and she says, yeah, the trader came in. The bot was busted.
By the way.
Huh?
I'm going to record what she's saying, so I've got exactly what she said. So it's not just my word, in case somehow my memories get altered again.
Sure. Trader came in, looking to sell the bot for scrap parts. Didn't work. We got it from him, gave him a fair price, and he left. Wasn't much trouble. He got some food and supplies for the road, dropped off the bot with his caravan, and then left. He was carrying it on the back of a pack Brahmin who was strapped to the top. He didn't seem suspicious. Seemed like he had hit the jackpot, it sounded like. He said he found him out in the wastes. It had been scrapped. He picked up the parts, carried it over here. The guy himself, he'd probably been through once or twice before. He seemed to be one of those scavenger types, always looking to, find something so that he can make ends meet, get some food, get some water. Never got a name, never really cared much until he dropped off the bot, so can't really go much off of that. But old guy, scrawny looking, but scrappy. He probably lifted that bot up himself onto the back of his Brahmin. Talks a little funny, kind of like you. He's got an accent. I don't know much else about him.
Fair enough. Any idea which way he was heading after this? Mention anything about another trail?
Not specifically. He came in from the north, and he left through the south, but that doesn't necessarily mean he went south for the rest of the way. Yeah. As you can tell, the settlement's pretty open, so...
He nods his head. Then he just says,
As he stops the recording, makes a little flip, the little recordy light goes off.
if you need another place to stay, there's a city back, ways back, called Crumb. They're good folk. If you want to stay here, that's fine. Up to you, really.
Honestly, she kind of sighs, rubs her temple with her hand. Honestly, I don't want to stay anywhere. I've been cooped up here for a while now, doing part of my... She looks at you for a moment and just kind of shakes her head. Part of my own thing for a while, and honestly, I think it's time I just do some wandering, give some thought. Maybe just move from town to town, offer my services, something like that.
If you're looking to traveling anyway, I could use a traveling companion. Not that I expect you'd very much want to travel with, what was the word you used?
Oh, hold on. Stop. Your microphone died.
So that it's such a fast fix. It is one button click. The issue is I have to know that I need to press that one button.
So it's a fast fix, so that I tell you when it's a problem. You spend 15 minutes making a big fucking deal out of it. Got it. So, all right, good.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Hey, it's fun. No, the biggest part of that was that I couldn't get the menu to open up that had the fix with it.
Sure.
That's why I was taking it.
Sure.
So I was doing some...
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever, buddy.
Whatever, buddy.
So what were you saying?
Let me just start with...
You're looking to travel. I've been doing a lot of traveling myself. There's a doppelganger who's got my face who's been going around causing trouble. Killing people. My identity. There's a sheriff that's gone missing from that town of Crumb. And now, we got this, so-and-so selling defective robots that are killing entire towns. I'm trying to get up an old semi-truck up and running with a wood fuel generator. I could use somebody to help me keep the darn thing airtight.
Wood fuel generator, you say?
Yep. An old thing my daddy taught me back when I was a boy. You make this big 2-chamber pressure cooker thing. One chamber you burn the wood in, the other one heats up the wood into a gaseous state that you then fuel into your diesel engine, and it runs just as good as the real stuff.
Yep, I'm familiar. I'm familiar. She sort of kicks her generator next to you. This here runs off of biofuel, but I could just as easily convert it over.
Rode in here on an ATV that's still part of Ranger property, but looking to get my hands on a semi and get her worked up that I can hunt down that doppel, the sheriff, and now your little buddy who happens to be selling these robots.
A big rig like that's going to take a lot of fuel. It's also going to be a big target.
Yep.
You're going to need a whole crew of people to be able to take care of that.
Yep. And I'm running into a lot of people who don't have anywhere else to go. I figure I help keep you guys safe. You guys help me keep her running. Fair trade.
We'll see if anyone else is crazy enough to go along with that. And she stands up, and she puts her sack over.
He offers a little smirk when she says anyone else.
She puts her sack over her shoulder, just kind of... All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
Anything else you want to bring, or just those?
Got what I need in here.
All right.
He starts heading out, looks around one more time for a sunset sarsaparilla. Please! Somewhere in this damn town has to have a sunset sass!
Not that
I'm
you've
going
seen.
to withdraw here, Sack!
Alright, give me a roll. It's gonna be a level 6 intellect task.
I'm going through withdrawal here, Sack. Going through withdrawal. I'm not even gonna... Wait, I have to spend something, right?
No?
In order to actually be able to make the roll.
No, that's a level 7.
5. That would be level 7. Okay.
You need an 18 or above.
I'm just gonna make the roll because it's not a big deal.
Yep,
I'm not gonna go into anything extra. Nah. It's another 11.
Yeah, nothing. You do a quick run over, try and collect some stuff. Rita suggests kind of doing a once over, taking some of the supplies for the road.
While he's looking through, he's like, "There's got to be one. There's got to be one here." Is he just looking through?
Nothing.
Not saying what he's looking for, and then he finally just goes, "Cons, darn it."
Well, that's a bit of a problem. Oh, well, I gotta be able to find one back in town. Alright, let's head on back over to the ATV and get ourselves a mosey.
As he heads back over to the rock where he hid the thing. Please don't say it. Please don't say it. Please don't say it. Please don't say it.
You walk over and you see your ATV there.
Oh.
Right where you left it.
And do you want an XP?
No,
Okay,
no, you're
good.
fine.
Sweet. I thought you were gonna be like, "Hey, you're going back to your ATV. You want an XP?"
No. I'm not here to ruin your day every time.
Oh, I thought you were, because you're doing a pretty good job of that so far. The poor days just...
Don't worry, it's fine. It's fine.
Don't worry, it's fine. It's fine. All right, Fat Sack. Let's go.
Where are you heading to?
Have ourselves an adventure. I'm gonna hop on it. Start her up.
Where are you headed to?
Well, I did my job. I checked on the place. Gonna make a stop by the barn to bury the slain. And then I'm gonna head back to the pass, because I did my job.
Cool. Yeah. So the rest of this time passes without much trouble. You get back over towards the barn, It's more or less smoldering now. Like, it's definitely still very hot for a lot of this, but both you and Rita are able to work on moving some debris out of the way so that you can find the charred remains of this family. There's 2 adult skeletons and 1 child skeleton.
Yep.
You guys sort of dig quick graves for them. By this time, the sun's up proper by the time you finish. You say a few words.
Yep.
Rita's just like, this is wrong. This is awful. Why would anyone do this?
Some men just ain't born right. They get something in their head that tells them they own the world. Tells them they can do whatever they want. Sometimes it's for fun. Sometimes it's for a message. Sometimes it's revenge. I don't always question why men do the things they do, but I've seen this and a lot worse.
Yeah, but Ace, you said that this guy looks like you.
Yes, he does. And he keeps leaving evidence that shows him doing it. That video footage. Also killed a few boys up inside one of those American government bunkers.
Ace is saying this as he's like sticking down the wooden cross, which everybody else is like doing more wastelandy things, but Ace always does that Christian style wooden cross.
Sure,
whenever he buries somebody. Because again, he's a cowboy.
Sounds to me like somebody's trying to get somebody's attention with this.
Yep. Don't know if it's me or who, but whatever happens, happens.
Lost connection.
Son of a bitch.
For what?
The sound pad.
Oh, okay. Don't worry. That's fine. So yeah, after you bury the family and you say your words, you head back down towards the ranger headquarters at the pass, and you find yourself there. Eventually, let me pop that up. Rita disembarks from your ATV, heads on in, talks with some rangers, talks about what's going on. You guys clear everything up. Raymond's no longer in the cage when you get there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna ask around and find out what happened to Raymond.
You find out that Raymond was discharged dishonorably. He was stripped of all of his belongings and kicked out of the pass. He was last seen wandering into a settlement called The Bridge, which is just south of here.
Well, I'm gonna start getting ready to hunker up and get heading that way.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna find him. See if he wants to go with.
Rita comes up next to you, and she says, if it's okay with you, I think I will come along for the ride for a bit. I don't know if I can help you with your big rig idea, but I might be able to help you get it started at the very least.
Hey, that's all I ask. Right now we're heading down south a little ways so I can have a talk with, with the man who almost got me killed. I don't owe him nothing, but I figure he's got nothing left. I might as well have a talk with him, see if he's ready to go on this, what you call a fool's errand?
No, I didn't say that.
And he sort of smirks and gives himself a chuckle as he's loading things up to get ready to head back out.
She says, I wanna apologize. I haven't been necessarily the nicest person to be with, but you did shoot me. Also, I don't know exactly what your deal is, as she sort of like looks you up and down. And I don't know what's going on with the events that are surrounding you with this person who is impersonating you, but if it wasn't for you, I'd still be either tied up to that cage or I'd be chopped into bits and thrown into a latrine. So, you have me for as long as I am useful to you.
Ain't about being useful. Sometimes you just need a traveling companion.
Right, well, don't think
Oh,
about
yeah,
trying to get handsy or I'll chop you in half.
I don't get handsy.
Let's keep it that way.
As he just holds up his hands and in the air. And he gets ready to go and he's like, well, let's get heading. Let's talk with the man who almost got me killed. It'd be fun.
As you were walking, would you like an XP?
I would love an XP.
Go ahead and take an XP.
Oh, man.
As you are walking, you are going out one of the side entrances. It's the same entrance that has the depot, the supply depot.
Yep.
And you see the ranger that you dealt with in the supply depot. He's currently outside of it. He's putting up a post on the wall.
Oh, man. I'm going to check out that post.
You look at it, and you can see there's a bunch of posts on this wall. There's one talking about the super mutant. You can see there's one talking about the I-10. Do not go there. Shit's bad. But the one he's putting up, he says, as he sees you, he smirks, and he puts it up, and he walks away. And you can see on the poster itself, it's like, wanted for questioning. And you see a description of a person going line by line. Tall, cowboy outfit, robotic, rubber skin. Last seen in the northeastern part of the pass. Wanted for questioning in regards to murder, fraud, long list of really bad stuff.
Huh. Great. Well, immediately just go walking back to the lieutenant to ask what's going on.
Yeah, you turn around to go walk back to the lieutenant, and he's already there, along with a couple of rangers. They're walking up towards you, and they're like, "Morning, Ace.
Morning.
I need you to come with me.
And I'll come with you.
And we're going to stop it there for now."
And as he's going, he's just going to say, I already told you the situation. As he just sort of gives a smirk.
And scene.
Seed.
So yes, that's where we'll stop for now.
The seed. Scene. I love these radiation sounds.
So, congratulations.
Yay!
You didn't get rickety-wrecked this time.
I did not.
You did fairly well. You were pretty much successful in everything you decided to do today.
That's why you had to just kick me in the balls at the end.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What?
Everything was going on without a hitch. You got to keep it interesting. Go ahead and give yourself 2 XP.
Oh man, 2 XP. Sweet. Hey, if I get just 2 more XP, I'll be... Oh wait, I can't... No, I've got enough XP that I could get both Raymond and her as sidekick people.
Yeah, if you wanted
Yeah,
to.
the truck. That'd be great.
Yeah, so if you want Rita, you have to spend your XP like now. Otherwise, she's not going to be going on with you past.
All right, there. I spent the XP. I spent the XP for Rita.
It's 3 XP.
I did.
Okay, just making sure.
I was up to 10.
I know, just making sure.
9, 8,
Yeah, just making sure. It's 3 XP. So yeah.
I'm spending this on sidekicks instead of spending it on actually leveling up my abilities.
So
and tearing up.
On your character sheet, there is a section for companions.
Where is the companion section? Where can it be?
It should be next to your damage and recovery on the left.
There it is. Yes.
So Rita.
Rita something. I got it written down over here.
Hadamon!
Yes, Rita Hadamon.
Hadamon. Dwarf.
She's a level 2 NPC.
There we go.
Perfect.
Yay.
And she is going to give you assets to your repair skill, stuff like that. For the most part, you're not going to be like directing her specifically. It'll work kind of similar to how Gunther's robot companion works, where he sort of provides like a bonus at all times for the things that he does, and then narratively you can do things with Rita that make sense for the logistics of the situation.
I would love to spend XP to have a group of to have an NPC that is a group of NPCs, or it's like generic group of traders.
So yeah, so that's that.
Yes.
I
now have a sidekick.
You do. You have a little sidekick.
A little sidekick.
Yes.
She's so feisty.
She's very feisty. I like Rita.
Rita is funny.
So yeah, there we go. Boom. Congratulations.
Papa!